Hey, if this is the first time you've come across my channel, my name is Kristen, and this is Lazy Sea Homestead. Most of my vlogs are centered around our animals, which are all outside in the garden. But today, I'm going to do a vlog that I've kind of wanted to do for a while, and I had other plans this morning. They got changed. As always, I film kind of organically. My vlogs all are what I do during the day. Not necessarily, I have no set schedule, no plan. It's what happens. So I was going to film in the garden, but when we got up this morning, one of the horses had went through the electric goat fence, so it took us a little while to get that done. When we got done with it, it was too hot outside to have my 18-month-old baby outside, so we're going to do this video instead. What I'm doing is I have to make laundry soap today. I don't have to make laundry soap, but I choose to because, for one, it's better for our skin and it's a whole lot cheaper. I can make it 5 gallons at a time and it lasts us almost 6 weeks. We do a lot of laundry. But I also cloth diaper, and it usually has to go through 2 wash cycles to have them clean enough, or to my standards clean enough. So that's why I do it that way. But I'm going to show you guys how I go about doing this. Now, the ingredients for the soap that I make is pretty simple. We use about a cup or a cup and a half of this Arm & Hammer washing soda, a cup to a cup and a half of the 20 Mule Team Borax detergent booster, either half a bar of soap or a whole bar of Fels naphtha. And they do make the pink soap, but it smells a little more like citronella. Doesn't stay in your clothes, but that's just a personal preference if you wanted to use the Fels naphtha or Zote. And about a 5 gallon bucket of water. It's pretty simple to make. First thing is I have about 8 cups of water in a large saucepan or pot, and you don't want to heat it to boiling, just to like where it's a little uncomfortable to skin to touch. And then I have this ancient cheese grater, and I use Fels naphtha. Some people don't. I use Fels naphtha for us just because I like it better, and I like the smell of it. I've used Zote. Zote is fine, but you'll use a whole bar of Fels naphtha or a half a bar of Zote, and you can always tailor it to however you want to do it. And I just grate it directly into the water. Other options instead of using the Fels naphtha or Zote is you can also get the Dr. Bonner's, what are they called? Dr. Bonner's soap bars. They are excellent, but they're not something I can get readily available here. And they've been sold out. They were sold out on Amazon for several months, so I've been doing it this way. Now, you don't want to heat it to boiling because it kind of makes a big gloppy mess, but once you get it all grated, you want to just mix it in with the hot water until all of the soap that you grated in there is dissolved. It doesn't take very long. I think the whole process takes about 20 minutes to make one 5-gallon container of soap. You can also cut it in half if you wanted to, but I like mine to be a little strong. I have boys and a husband, so they're pretty messy. In the meantime, you'll want to get your Arm & Hammer laundry booster, and I have 1 cup right here. Depending on where you store it, sometimes it gets kind of chunky in there. Borax, the 20 Meal Team Laundry Booster. Once your soap is totally dissolved, you'll just pour the hot mixture into the bucket. And then the spoon I've been using to stir that, I'll just stir this. I like to do it on the floor because it's least likely for me to spill it that way. Once it's all dissolved, you'll want to pour warm but not hot water into it from the faucet. And you can generally keep stirring it just to make sure that everything is doing what it's supposed to. I wanted to pull it off there so I could show you guys. It's kind of, I don't know if you can see it's thick. Like thicker than water, but not like syrup. I don't know how to explain it. But it's very sudsy. And once it's about halfway filled, you shouldn't have to stir it anymore really unless you want to. And once it gets about halfway, I have issues reaching the bottom of the bucket with my spoons that I have. And you'll fill it up to about here, about an inch or so from the top. My 5-gallon bucket is full. I will slap my lid on there, which is extremely dirty. And it needs to set for 24 hours to totally gel. If it doesn't totally gel, you can still use it just like you normally would. It's just not going to be like laundry soap consistency. I'll probably open the bucket up in 12 hours to show you guys what it looks like at 12 hours. And then at 24 hours when it's done, it has to totally cool off and gel. And it takes a while, but the result is worth it because, for one, you just saved yourself a buttload of money because a bar of Phil's naphtha is $1, or a whole bar of Zote is $1.24, which sometimes I do half and half on that because I like the white Zote, but they didn't have it for a while. All they had was pink, and I'm not a fan of the smell of citronella. But I think I've got the boxes of borax and the washing powder are usually $4 to $5 a box, so it's really not a lot of expense, and you only use about a cup to a cup and a half of each of those, so you don't hardly use any at all. Alright, so this is about a 6-hour check. You see it's still pretty foamy, and if I scrape the foam back, you can see where it's starting to congeal, which is what I want it to do. Alright, so this is 24 hours after I got done. As you see, you can see where I scraped it away, but it's not, it's like gooey now. Now if you have an emulsion blender, you can use it and liquefy all of this together. It's not set up like super solid at the moment. I think it's the humidity that does it, because I've had a couple others that didn't. But it's still very usable, even if it's just the liquid part. He's gonna touch it. It feels funky, huh? Alright guys, so that's it. That's how I make my laundry soap. Now I use about 1/2 of a cup, which comes out to almost a standard size lid on your average laundry detergent container. And at Dirty Loads I use 2 cups, or 2 lids, so it's not too bad. I go through a lot of it though, because I do cloth diaper and, you know, we're active outside family most of the time. But I thought I'd just show you guys quickly. That's how I do it. I'll make sure I write the ingredients list. What? He's not happy with me. I'll put the ingredients list down in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, you can always like and subscribe. We always appreciate new subscribers, plenty of likes, and it really helps us out. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you soon. God bless.